Welcome back to some more Umineko When They Cry. So, where we last left off, you know, setting aside of all the fantasy BS that has been going on from the very start, we reached to the part where Battler was now finally rescued. Well, that's the funny thing. He can't really escape the whole thing, but he couldn't really figure out the closed room, going through all the hard effort of doing so since he made his own bed. So, apparently, within the plan was with Cannon making an attempt to rescue Battler, just so Cannon can, place the role of prisoner for him. And make it so he can figure out the puzzle by himself. And then in which, as of now, it leads to the duel between Erika and Beatrice. And I say, it's going to be a very interesting finale, to say the least. I'm gonna try and, maybe give my commentary on both sides, blue truth and red truth and whatnot. So, let's continue. After holding the gun high and pointing it at Beato once more, Erika pulled the trigger with statements of red and blue truth. Oh, she's gonna do both statements, huh?
完全な密室が最後まで保証されています。よってカノンがこの部屋に本当にいたなら脱出は不可能です。
Well, that is true. It may be impossible for Cannon to escape, but you gotta realize Battler and Cannon are both different people. However, both have different, thinking capabilities.
つまりカノンは封印時にいとこ部屋にいなかったのです。カノンの名は仮のもの。本名は未だ不明です。彼の本名が仮に隣部屋の誰かと同じだったなら、隣部屋の在室確認に矛盾しない。
I mean, that is true. Cannon and Shannon have are Elias names, but although Sayo for Shannon, although Sayo and Yoshida are just they are real names, but they're just referred to by it's either first or last names, so they didn't reveal the full name straight away. So.
つまりいとこ部屋に収容されず隣部屋にいることができるということ。
The goat attendants cheered and clapped their hands, thinking, yes, such a move would work. I love watching this. I love being surrounded by this chatter. After all, I am the detective.
隣部屋は確かに封印されましたが、ロジックエラー時には扉のみしかその維持が証明されませんでした。
Only the doors were checked to see whether the seals were preserved.
よって窓の封印は破られた可能性があります。カノンは隣部屋に存在し、その窓から脱出したのです。以上。
That is all. I mean, Cannon is young enough to jump from the second floor of the guest house, but I don't know, wouldn't opening the window cause the seals to be broken? What if he just breaks through the window? I guess that would count as causing, the security to be breached. But any other theory would be impossible. If this doesn't work, then there's no truth left. As soon as she said, "That is all," both of them fired at the same time. After the blast rang out, it was Erika's gun that fell to the floor. Beato's red bullet had knocked Erika's gun from her hands. Was it arrogance or confidence? If she had just aimed that bullet at Erika's heart, the whole thing would have been over. Beato had missed on purpose. There was a bold smile on her face. Wait, she fired the gun just to knock the gun from her hand? This is intentional because she is taunting her. It was as though she was offering to play with Erika a little longer. No, that's exactly what made her Beato. I bet this was payback from last game, huh? Beato wants to prove that she's the way better troll than what Erika is. That's exactly what made her Beato. Beatrice, the witch who mocks others with unsolvable closed room tricks.
封印時の隣部屋にいたのは秀吉、ジョージ、熊沢、シャノン、南條である。そして隣部屋の人数は5人である。
Well, yeah.
この5つの名に該当する者以外は存在しない。すべての名は本人以外には名乗れない。
I mean, unless, like, you can make a hole to where you can just, like... I don't know, wouldn't the bed be, like, up to the wall? Wouldn't Cannon would make a hole through it? I don't know. Even then, there was no tool to, like, make a hole in a wall within the guest house room, so... It was a thoroughly merciless red truth. It was simple and severe. Now that the number of people had been limited to 5, any leeway for Cannon hiding there had been completely denied. Also, it was now clear that only people holding those 5 names existed within the room. Erika couldn't even make a new theory by suggesting that one person held 2 names, so that the 5 names referred to only 4 people, which would let an unnamed Cannon sneak in. Furthermore, the part about how people could only use their own names was a fatal blow that cut down countless theories.
思えばそなたは前回の寝ぼけたわらわしか知らんのだったな。どうだ、エリカ。これが黄金の魔女のゲームだぜ。
バカな。魔法でカノンが部屋を抜け出したっていうの。
I don't know. My guess is best as your my own guess. Not that's you saying, not me. I don't know how I was able to.
それよりどうして銃を弾くなんて甘い真似を。
That's a good question.
人間側は魔女の謎をすべて打ち砕き、魔女側は人間側の推理を一つ打ち砕けばいい。これではアンフェアだろう。だからわらわも同じにすることにした。
同じ？
わらわもそなたの推理をすべて打ち砕いて勝利することにした。カノン脱出の謎はわらわの勝ちだが、もう一つ。
One more.
バトラに辛酸をなめさせた最初の戦場に戻ろうぞ。
Oh god. Oh, we're going back to this part, huh? When Beatrice snapped her fingers, that guest room of battlers was reconstructed. She meant to fight once more in a room that had threatened Battler with a logic error, determined to settle things once and for all.
エリカ、拾え銃を。この部屋をお前の棺桶にしてくれるわ。
その言葉そっくりお返しします。私にチャンスを与えたことを後悔させてやります。
立ち会い人よ、エリカに X を許す。
X？
X?
説明不要の根拠ね。で、何を許すの？
エリカはカノンの密室脱出トリックの説明義務を負わずに、カノンをこの客室トリックをめぐる青き真実に組み入れることを許そうぜ。
A theory explaining how Canon saved Battler would also need to explain how Canon escaped from his own closed room, or it would have no basis. Erika had already lost that basis. Beata was giving her a handicap by saying that she didn't need to explain that part.
当然です。あんたはカノンがバトラを助けたことを赤き真実で保証してるんですから。そんなのもらえて当然です。
Erika faced away again and concentrated even harder. As though twisting the knob on a radio, she turned all noise and idle thoughts down to zero. Liberated Liberator. Let's go, Furuto Erika. Detective Furuto Erika. As long as Canon reaches this place, rescuing Battler isn't hard. The trick is as follows. Canon used some kind of escape trick X to reach the front of the guest room. While I was busy in the bathroom, Battler left the closet. Battler undid the chain lock. Battler went outside. Canon entered in his place. Canon set the chain lock. Canon went into the closet. The end. This satisfies the two red truths about the chain lock being set in Battler's absence. In exchange for this escape trick, Canon remains inside the guest room. There's no room for argument on how tightly this room can act as a closed room. That chain is cursed. In this demonic closed room, one person must remain as a sacrifice for it to be acceptable. However, is such a simple theory really enough? The rescuer switched places with him. Then the rescuer hid in the closet. No other sort of theory is possible, and yet Beato thinks she can win. In that case, does some other trick exist? It's impossible. I swear on the history of the mystery genre that there's absolutely, definitely, categorically no other way. Let's say hypothetically. But if I give in here, I couldn't call myself a detective. Consider it imagined. Don't stop thinking. That's how you drive blue wedges into witches. What I can expect to see is, yes, a wordplay trick. It can only be some kind of wordplay that just barely slips through the net of words spoken in red. In that case, I'll crush all possibilities. I'll have them repeat line after line. This final duel has already begun, even though we haven't pulled our triggers yet.
復唱要求。
Well, it is. I mean, it can be simple as that, you know. I mean, when Kenna, became prisoner for within his place, that's one way to do it within that particular logic. But I don't know. It is a possibility, but that would be the simple notion. But I mean, Canon being in the closet, that's one way. It did say Canon went into the closet, but I'm not sure, how he would be able to do it. I mean, he's small enough. But let's see. Repeat it.
バトラ救出時客室に入ったのはカノンのみである。
認めようぞ。バトラ救出時客室に入ったのはカノンのみである。
Reasonable.
そういう話のつもりだが。
復唱要求。私の入室からロジックエラージまで私とバトラとカノン以外に入退室した者は存在しない。
認めようぜ。そなたの入室からロジックエラージまで客室を出入りしたのはそなたとバトラとカノンのみだ。
復唱要求。それはすなわち3人のことである。
3 people.
認めようぞ。そなたとバトラとカノンで3人である。
定義確認。この3人の定義は体の数に等しいと考えていい？ 3体が出入りをしたってことですよね。
I've had enough of things being mixed about with names and numbers of people. I want this point to be clear.
無論だ。3人、すなわち3体が出入りした。そなたとカノンは入ったのみ、バトラは出たのみ。すべての名は本人以外に名乗れないと赤き真実ですでに語っている。よってエリカ、バトラ、カノンの名はいずれも本人にしか名乗れぬのだ。
復唱要求。
Let's see, hold on. 3 people, 3 bodies went in and out. All people can only use their own names. Okay.
私は救出者ではない。
I mean, you're not the rest. I'm pretty sure Canon was the rescuer. It would be dishonest that, you know, it would have been a different case.
当然だ。
No shit.
そなたは探偵ではないか。
Are you the detective, or do you not have the detective's authority to know that you are one?
安心せよ。わらわはそれを尊重する。
定義確認。救出者の定義とは？
This is also important. I want to quickly remove the possibility that I rescued him accidentally.
救出者とはバトラの開けたチェーンロックを再びかけ直したものということにする。バトラを救う意志があったかどうかは問わないことにしておく。
Well, that's a simple enough definition as is, thanks. Since she said after Badler unset the chain lock, quote unquote, it's impossible for this to have occurred before I set foot in the room. From that point on, I wouldn't undo the chain again for all eternity. After all, the game was suspended at that point. Therefore, it was impossible for me to have been the rescuer accidentally. More, I can focus it even more. The chain can only be set from the inside. It's impossible for a person to escape on their own. Therefore, we know that Badler didn't escape by himself. And I'm not the rescuer. Only Kennen can be the rescuer. That's what I thought too. Although because there's no way Erika, make things easier for them. No, fuck. If it is, then it would be stupid. Only Canon can be the rescuer, and Beato has already said that Canon is the rescuer with the red truth. There's nothing to doubt. There's no room for anyone but Canon to be involved, at least so far.
復唱要求出入りの定義とは客室と外部の境界をまたいだかどうかである
Crosses the border.
認めようぞ。
復唱要求客室とは
By the guest room, we're referring to the entirety of
ベッドルームバスルームクローゼット内のすべてを含む
認めようぞ。クローゼット内を客室でないと言い逃れる気などさらさらないわ。
I wouldn't be surprised. Anyone can use the fucking closet. The walk-in closet, that is.
定義確認客室内とはベッドルームバスルームクローゼット内の3区分である
わらわもその認識でいるぞ。そしてすでにそなたはベッドルームバスルームの2区分で誰も隠れていないことを赤き真実で確認したはずだ。
復唱要求クローゼット内には誰かがいる
I mean, it's said that the bedroom and the bathroom was not used for hiding. So,
拒否する。
what do you mean you refuse?
どうしてカノンがそこに隠れているからですか
So there's someone in the closet, obviously.
カノンは魔法が使えるのだぞ。確かにクローゼットに一時姿を隠しはしたが、その後すぐに魔法で姿を消したのだ。
Yeah, right.
だからクローゼット内には不在。よって復唱はできるわ。
それの復唱を再要求します
バカめ。魔女側には魔法で行ったことについて説明する義務はないわ。
I mean, I've seen it how Canon just disappear in the closet, but still, within the human theory, what, did he fucking melted through? Or seeped through? Obviously his body is small enough compared to the others, but to make it look like he vanished. No, it's completely obvious. There's no way she can say that Canon disappeared with magic using the red truth. After all, magic doesn't exist. Magic doesn't exist. That's like saying, within the logic of an atheist, saying that, God doesn't exist. But is this enough? I've gone through every last minor detail, and yet there's an uncanny lack of dubious points. I can't think of any way around the theory I've had since the beginning. Canon must be in the closet. He has to be. There's no way he isn't. I'll say it again. This closed room can only be escaped from by switching places with the rescuer. If Canon tried to escape as well, another rescuer would be needed. However, no rescuer exists for Canon. Battler escaped, quote-unquote, so it's impossible for it to be him. And I won't undo the chain for all eternity. The people who have gone in and out of the room have been confirmed both by name and number of people. At this rate, my theory is set in stone. First, here are the details of the situation that are certain. The game ended while I was inside the guest room, so I did not undo the chain lock that I had previously set. So it can't be that he escaped after I left the room. Furthermore, the chain lock was set at the same time I entered the room. No one could have left the room during the few seconds between the time I entered and the time I set the chain lock. The guest room was sealed at the time Battler's corpse, quote-unquote, was examined. So until I came again and broke the seals, it was absolutely impossible for anyone to go in or out. Therefore, when I entered the room, it is certain that Battler was hiding somewhere inside the guest room. What? So if she broke the seals of the door and barged in. There's no way that Battler just slipped on through like that. I don't know, man. It's crazy. Therefore, when I entered the room, I discerned that Battler was hiding someone inside the guest room. The only chance Battler had to escape was after I broke the seals. To be even more specific, he had no chance to escape except for the time I was in the bathroom or washroom. By the above premises, Battler's trick to escape with the chain still set is as follows. Because of the aforementioned reasons, the only one who could have set the chain lock, which can only be set from the inside and allowed Battler's escape, is Cannon, the only person to enter the room except for me and Battler. After Cannon entered the room, he set the chain, hid in the one place that he could hide inside the guest room, the closet. Wait, what? But wait! No, hold on. If she's making it sound like Cannon disappeared, but within human theory, it made it look like it could be like this, but how? Why did she choke, I wonder? Whoa, that was close. They almost got me. They almost tricked me. I thought I cornered him in the closet. It's the opposite. They're trying to make me think he's in the closet. What was the order in which I searched the guest room? First the bedroom. We confirmed with the red that there was nothing there. Then the bathroom. We confirmed with the red that there was nothing there. That's it right there. When I examined the bedroom, there was nothing there. However, while I was investigating the bathroom, Cannon slipped out of the closet and hid again, quote-unquote, somewhere in the bedroom. In other words, my guarantee that no one was in the bedroom was torn apart during a span of 1 minute. Huh. It's one of those hide-and-seek notions that Erika was distracted in the bathroom, and then Cannon decided, fuck around and hide under the bed or whatever. Or the bedroom or whatever. During a span of 1 minute. I've spotted it. This is the witch's trap. An attempt to lure me into thinking that Cannon's in the closet. The place he's really hiding is the bedroom. You finally found it? You finally can go up against Beatrice?
あんたのトリック。
That was a close one. If I'd been one step slower, I'd have said there was nowhere to hide except inside the closet. And then she'd just say that the closet was empty. Huh? No, wait. It works the same way in reverse. I see, now I get it. It's a logic switching trick. Damn that Beato. So in resolving the logic error, she's discovered this strange trick. If I only notice the closet, she'll have Cannon hide under the bed. And if I only notice the bed, she'll have Cannon hide in the closet. It's one of those switcheroos. Even though either one would be right, I'd lose no matter which I choose. I mean, Cannon is pretty fast and agile, so it's a switcheroo could be the ideal. I lose no matter which I choose. Unless I expose both at the same time, I can't checkmate her. Incredible. I've never heard of such an unfair trick. If it was a sleight of hand, it'd just be a cheap one. If it was a mystery, it'd just be cheating. However, in this witch's game, it's a checkmate. Oops, checkmate, god damn it. In this witch's game, it's a legitimate logic trick, quote unquote. In chess, it'd be called a double check. No, a discovered attack. Or wait, would it be a discovered double checkmate? Even though this sort of logic would be a foul trick in the mystery genre, in this world where witches and mystery war, it is such a refined board layout. The beautiful placement of the black pieces that cornered my white king felt almost like an art. So beautiful that if I were a god in some old legend, I might wish to stick it in the sky as a constellation. That beauty even brought tears to my eyes. For the first time, I felt honored at being allowed to participate in this game of truth and witches as a human. And ironically, it taught me, the one who had always believed in the had always believed in the single truth, that there isn't necessarily just one truth. Was that so? If I just broaden my perspective, I can see completely different truths and various narratives, whatnot. And though each of those truths are truth, quote unquote, they're incomplete if they're all you can see. In my life until now, just how many truths have I missed because I was blinded by some trivial truth? This is the true nature of the world.
真実は一つしか存在しないというおごりが。
You know, judging by the ... from Beatrice, it sounds like she is stumped. So,
たった一つの真実を見つけただけで、それ以外の真実から私たちを盲目にしてしまう。ありがとう、ベアトリーチェさん。まさか魔女にこの世界の真理を教えられるとは思いませんでした。
why are you smiling? The fuck do you mean by this? Slowly, with a soft and quiet gesture, like a flower opening with the morning dew dripping down its side, Erika raised her gun.
私の勝ちです。あなたのダブルチェック見切りました。
ならば来るがよ。
バトラの客室失踪トリックは以下の通りです。バトラは私の室内探索中、クローゼット内に隠れていました。そしてバスルームの騒ぎの間にチェーンを外し、室外へ脱出しました。この時、廊下にはカノンが待機していました。カノンは入れ替わりで客室に入り、チェーンを施錠しました。これがバトラ失踪のトリックです。
So he hid in the closet. Then, while Erika was distracted in the bathroom, unset the chains, escaped, and then Cannon was waiting for him to rescue, and then ran and, became the prisoner in his place. We still haven't figured out how Cannon had able to escape just to rescue him, though. I'm not really sure. Although I could be wrong. It was figured out by then.
そしてその後、彼はベッドルーム内に隠れました。私がベッドルームに不審者がいないことを確認した後のことですので、それは有効です。よって救出者カノンはベッドルームに潜伏しています。
In the bedroom. Erika's blue bullets flew in a strange arc, became a wedge of the blue truth, and pierced straight down through the bed and the floor beneath. Beato didn't pull her trigger. However, she did quietly argue back with the red truth.
ベッドルームにカノンは存在しない。
What? Oh, the goat attendants gasped. Erika had apparently been defeated, denied by the red truth. For the goats, who couldn't see more than a single truth, it probably looks as though I've lost. Wait, how so?
次が本命です。
The real one.
これが並び立つ真実を知り得た人間の答えです。どうやら幻想物語では第二の晩までが終わってるみたいですし、ならば私が残りの晩を遂行して黄金鏡への扉を開いてあげましょう。あなたが負けて消えるならば、それは黄金のバラに包まれてがふさわしい。
The fires of blue truth flashed at Erika's feet, and she loaded a blue truth bullet once more. That overflowing blue power was now making her entire gun burn with a blue flame. She wasn't aiming for Beato. She was aiming behind Beato. At the closet.
ベッドルームを否定したならば、もう逃げ場はここしかない。死ね、カノン!
Oh, you're gonna aim at the closet this time, huh? She's gonna fire the bullet at a cannon? The 5 wedges of blue truth she released shot right past Beato's cheeks, hair, and shoulders. Then, pin-cushioned the door to the closet to gouge whatever human was inside to death. The 5 wedges slammed into the door in a vertical line. In other words, on the 4th twilight, gouged the head, kill. On the 5th twilight, gouged the chest, and kill. On the 6th twilight, on the 7th twilight, on the 8th twilight, gouge and kill and kill and kill. After being gouged by so many thick and sharp wedges, the human inside wouldn't stand a chance. So you wanted to end the tale by shooting out 5 bullets that are part of the remaining the twilights in order to as a way to defeat the witch, huh?
これが私の暴く真実です。以上!
When she proclaimed that she had finished, the 5 blue wedges piercing the closet disappeared. However, the many large splintered holes left behind showed that it had indeed been pierced. Then, as though this completed the ceremony that led to the Golden Land, the room that had been created around them became countless golden flower petals and drifted away. By now, the duelists and the crowd of attendants were surrounded by the golden rose garden of the Golden Land. However, the closet behind Beato remained. It stood there all by itself, like a coffin. Then, as though teased open by a dreary wind, the whole covered closet door slowly opened. Oh. Inside was a human figure. That figure was covered up to the head by what appeared to be a grayish robe. Grayish robe? Of course, that also had large holes, showing that it had been stabbed into Eventually, it became clear that this was not a robe but a raincoat. If he had rushed here from the guest house, then there would be nothing strange about him wearing this into the guest room. That's so weird. Was a human so there is somewhat someone inside that room. I mean, not room, but closet. Then, with a rustle, the raincoat lost its human shape, crumpled, became a cloud of gold butterflies, and disappeared. The fuck?
So
She's like, huh? Inside the coffin of the closet, nothing remained except an empty darkness.
客室にカノンは存在しない。もちろんクローゼット、ベッドルーム、バスルーム、この全てにおいてである。
Are you telling me that shit was a fucking decoy?
カノンはバトラーを逃がしクローゼットに隠れ、そして魔法にて消えた。それが魔女の真実。以上だ。
What the fuck? I'm not vouching for Erika, but holy shit, this is actually... That's wild.
勝負ありです。それ以上は。
勝者ベアトリーチェ
Well, oh, what the hell? This fight is, I guess Dowler would try to step in, but you know, it seems it was too late. The attendants let out a cheer. Virgilia's group couldn't help but scream and shout in joy. The seven sisters jumped about in celebration. Then, at the same moment the two demons proclaimed Beatrice's victory, the head's ring, worn by Erika, was slowly crumpling to the ground, and the cursed ring on Badler's finger both burst. At the same time, Badler coughed violently. Badler was starting to regain consciousness.
バトラー
Beato lashed onto the coughing Badler in joy. Then Virgilia, Gap, and Ronove did the same. All of the seven sisters also crowded about him in delight. This is like a family reunion all over again.
こんなので通ると思ってんのか。こんなトリックじゃまた人間どもがこんなのミステリーじゃねえって騒ぎ出すぜ。
いいえ、立派なトリックです。愛がない人には見えないです。バトラさん、バトラさん。エリカ卿、エリカ卿、誰か手当てを、早くです。
The rows of blood in Erika's chest wouldn't stop opening its petals.
第3度概念否定症。存続系中和剤は不可。大至急の最短承認でのみ中和可能。駒の主の最短承認が必要なりよ。
ベランカステル卿、最短の呼吸か
So it's up to Burn Castle to whether she can like bring her back to life or not.
ベルンカステル卿どちらに
Wait, what?
式典警備隊に捜索要請。ベルンカステル卿を探したまえ。
Oh, great. Now we gotta find Burn Castle at a time like this.
了解であります。
I bet she was so shocked enough that she had a heart attack.
オールシエスタ、データリンク、捜索体制。卑劣。主が駒の決闘を見届けないなんて。卑劣が過ぎると知れ。
Why did she not bother to look back and watch? Like Lambda, I'm pretty sure Lambda Delta was watching the whole time. Erika, who was being held by Dalinor, had already realized that her master was nowhere to be seen, but she didn't feel lonely. On the contrary, she was relieved that she wouldn't need to be brutally scolded in the last moments of her life.
神と悪魔たちよ、彼女の高潔なる散り際をどうか語り継ぎたまえ。
高潔悪役ってのはきっちり無様に散って主品を盛り上げなきゃです。
I'm not anyone's piece anymore. I can finally control my own role.
エリカ卿動いてはいけません。
What? Are you telling me Erika's still alive? Wow. Can't. She must have one hell of an endurance at a time like this.
下がりなさい。下がれ！
When Erika yelled with all her soul, those who surrounded her were forced back and fell on their butts.
私は真実の魔女フルトエリカ。真実の魔女とは真実に耐える魔女です。私はようやく自分の本当の真実を受け入れられそうなんです。
Okay. The toxin of her own concept being denied raced through her. Her vision was already starting to blur. At the other end of her twisted range of vision were Battler and Beato, hugging each other and looking at her. You know, all I can say from that kind of response is good riddance. Poor Erika. That's funny. Their expressions are firm. That's okay. Pity and sympathy would only make me look more pathetic. For a loser, that sort of expression is the best.
エリカ卿、もう決闘は終わっています。
What is she gonna do with her last breath? Pull out the gun that was in your hand and try to shoot Beatrice like for the last time?
終わってないんだ。
死が二人を分かつまで。
誰にも彼女の散り際を汚せない。
Understandable. The two demons grabbed Dalinor's shoulders and held her back. Dripping blood, breathing heavily, and with an awkward gait, Erika walked towards Beato and Badler despite it all. As the blood dripped from her, it became golden flower petals which drifted away. So, as she walked, she looked both divine and beautiful. The duel wouldn't end until one of them died. So, even though it had been settled, it hadn't ended. Beato and Badler told the people bunched around them to step back, and they both walked forward to face the noble loser.
エリカ。
復活おめでとうございます。あんた、長男の層を持ってますよ。ろくな女に好かれやしない。
そうだな。
He's like, true.
俺もろくな女に惚れねえな。
ベアト。いいえ、あんたたちに頼みが。
もう人たちを望むのですか？
One final clash, I wonder. Well,
エリカ。
受けようぞ。そなたの高潔なる申し出を断る無粋をわらわたちは持たぬ。
seems like she's demanding a rematch.
ありがとう。
As her consciousness began to waver, Erika raised her gun again. She pointed it at the two of them. Beato also raised her gun to point at Erika. I see. It's another thumbnail. So the final duel, as what we call it. Oh, I see. Interesting. Then Badler placed his hand on hers.
もう決着してるのに。これ以上何の論点があるというのです。
Yeah, what has Erika got on the table to debate?
エリカ様。
私はなぜ何の力にもなれずここに。見届けなさい。それが親友の仕事でしょ。
Yeah, why is Dalinar can't step in and, fight by her side? I wonder. Sure, if Dalinar could have done it, then Beato would have, had a bit of a losing chance. I don't know. Both sides silently loaded their bullets of truce without saying a word. The color packed into each barrel was red. So neither side spoke. Did they both know what trump card the other would use?
最後に自己紹介しとこうと思いまして。
What she's saying this late into the game, no one could imagine the red truth Erika had loaded.
ベアト。いいのか。
はい。構いません。
わかった。
せめて最後の引き金は一緒に。
Ain't that cute?
わかってるぜ。
Badler placed his hand on top of the finger that Beato had around the trigger.
バトラさん、
よかった。
俺たちは永遠にずっと一緒だ。
イチャイチャと見せつけてくれます。イラついてきてたんです。やっぱお涙で退場は私の好みじゃないです。やっぱ悪役は最後の最後までこういう面でなきゃ。
いい面構えだぜ。
Well, at least you admitted it.
お前との結婚生活もヘドが出るくらい楽しかったかもな。
当然です。毎日のけぞらせまくってベアトさんなんか忘れさせてあげるくらいの快楽の世界に閉じ込めてあげたのに。
お前ごとき小娘、バトラを虜にするにはまだ1000年早いわ。
ああ、あんたの顔もそれが一番キュートです。お互い最後はこういう顔がいいですよね。
恋。
これが探偵フルドエリカの最後の捨て台詞、そして自己紹介です。
Erika spun in a magnificent and graceful
はじ
rondo.
めまして、こんにちは。探偵フルドエリカと申します。招かれざる客人ですが、どうか歓迎
Oh,
を。
I didn't even get a chance to read.
我こそは来訪者、六軒島の18人目の人間。
申し訳ないが、
そなたを迎えても
17人だ。
Oh my god. I see. Erika tried to say that she wanted to be the 18th human, but unfortunately, it didn't work. Yeah, Kinzo died before the game even began. Wild shit. Alive when the game was suspended. So, the remaining victims were alive because the game was suspended. Yeah, so far I'm liking the 6th episode. I guess it's one of those things where like Battler did something really stupid to where like we saved the worst for the very last. Does it really rely on miracles, or are they is just one of those plot armor moments? The 6th game, Dawn of the Golden Witch, in which it concludes the 6th episode of Umineko no Nakukoro ni Chiru. So what are the results, I wonder, after this? Dawn of the Golden Witch, episode 6, tips, characters, and all that is done. New elements added. Oh, I guess it concludes just like that. So, that really concludes everything. Now the question is to what to do from here. So we got the episode 6 tea party, but if anything, I think it's a good time to stop it from here. But, first, let's see here. So if we're going through by picture box, I see everything has been unlocked. So this from 5th to 6th episode. Pretty sure, yeah, we already got like Battler's, flashback right there. And there should be 7th to 8th episode later on. Oh yeah. There's secret. What do we do from music box? Oh shit. What do we got? We got a big musical collection there. And we got a little bit to go, if anything, in terms of music. But yeah. It really, aside of Battler doing something really dumb to cause that really jeopardize the entirety of his attempt as game master, it really makes me question to how Beato was able to like reach to her full potential. And well, the only important theories as to how Canon was able to rescue Battler. I guess technically Battler escaping from the room makes it so that Beato unlocked her full potential. But it's the question that how with the revival thing works within like magic logic. But within human logic is like there's so much passing by in which it's like really hard to keep up within the thinking mind. But although I'm pretty sure if my theory with Battler's flashback and what occurred to be the thing within the 6th episode, my theory, I guess one of my theories would be that, Beato understood what Battler's sin was. Because Battler's belief on women, I don't know if Battler's belief on, like, the love towards women would be, like, the sin. But I'm not really sure that, but I can see why the flashback would occur to be with this way. Because usually readers for the first time or casual readers will think Battler would be a misogynist. Um, they refer to Battler's case of his attempt at misogyny, but at the same time, Battler's reference, you can slowly try to understand where he's coming from, and how it correlates to when it comes to Beatrice. So there was that in mind. Yeah, I think that's about it for now. So aside from this, that concludes the 6th episode reading of Dawn of the Golden Witch, as it says here. So next part, we will go through the episode 6 Tea Party, and then the episode 6 question mark. With that said, like, comment, and subscribe, and be sure to turn on the notifications on my YouTube channel for more. because aside of doing Umineko read-throughs like blindly, I also do music re-uploads and a bunch of other stuff. You know. We'll see, depending on my limited time. So I'll see you later, and take care.